Hey guys, welcome to the Fight channel. Ex-world champion Anthony Joshua said that he has a radically different plan for a rematch with Alexander Usyk, not the one he had before their first meeting in the fall of 2021, but much more aggressive. Then recall Alexander in the fight with Anthony Joshua overboxed the heavyweight champion and practically declassified him. In March, Anthony Joshua confirmed that his assistant coach Angel Fernandez had been promoted to head coach. Now they have developed a new aggressive plan. Before the first fight, I assumed that the fight with Alexander would last 12 rounds. That was my plan because I thought I could compete with him as a boxer. I think he took 2 rounds more than me. Anthony Joshua said during the preparation training before the rematch with Alexander Usyk. Therefore, the goal now is to return to the roots and win by knockout. My natural style is to sit on the opponent and complicate his life. This is the plan for the fight, Anthony Joshua said. What Alexander himself will be like in the rematch with Joshua, he hinted a little early. According to the head of Matchroom Boxing Adi Hearn, Saul Alvarez sincerely believes that Alexander will win in front of Anthony Joshua. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard absolutely every day and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts, social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel, you are my support. Thank you so much. Former IBF, WBA, WBO heavyweight world champion Anthony Joshua sensationally admitted that he was still preparing for fights allegedly without a clear plan for any opponent. The same. According to him, it was the same before a fight against Alexander last October, which he lost almost by declassification. But now, in the process of preparing for a rematch with the offender, the Britain claims everything is going according to science. I would say that this is the first time in my career when we are specifically working according to a plan. In many ways, my success was previously based on pure abilities. But pure abilities were not enough, so now I'm going to try these work out according to plan and see what happens. British columnist Michael Benson quotes Joshua. In the first match, Joshua's weaknesses, which had previously been barely noticeable, were revealed. Anthony hoped for his power, but when the plan didn't work, there was simply no spare. Of course, Joshua should not be written off after this defeat. He is still a good boxer. Anthony is a man who only needs one punch to knock out an opponent. Anthony Joshua was striving hard to reach to the top of world boxing. However, without luck and the cool work of the promoters, he might not have become a champion. Anthony often got comfortable opponents. In battle, he was on the verge of defeat, but luck came to the rescue. It turns out that Joshua is far from the best boxer in the world, but just an average guy with excellent physical data. According to the skill level, Anthony should not have become the owner of several championship belts at once. Now is clearly not a time for Joshua to dominate the heavyweight division, given the presence of guys like Tyson, Fury, Dante Wilder in the weight category. But Joshua is a nice person, but he not a great champion. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.